So there was a helicopter circling across the highway here. We're on 290 near 183. I get these two mixed up over here. It's kind of like spaghetti highways. But DPS had several resources. They were cruising the area. They were going into the school across the street. I don't know. They had another DPS Suburban parked down here near the pawn shop down the road here, on this access road, looking for people. Looked like they had like a shakedown of the homeless for the winter. That's what it looks like. Wipe down my lenses. Got my 360 cam pretty much ready to go. Turn on my body cam, and we're gonna walk up. It's a little chilly. It's warmer than it was last night. It'll be cold again tonight. And then there's another cold front coming through Austin. They say on the weather channel, I mean not the weather channel, the weathermen are saying that it's Wednesday. There's one guy over here across from the sweeps. It's always a mass genesis of people. So there's DPS still here. There was more vehicles here earlier. Let's see what's going on down here. The dentist's office. Let's see what kind of bull they got going on. If they give me trouble, I can always just find another way to film, but should be able to film in public. As you see, I'm not crossing any fences or no trespassing signs or anything. This is not a secured area. This is public space for you and me to be there, and for the press to definitely be able to film what's going on. So you got your looks like tractors. Got another vehicle with water in it. Got a lot of stuff here taken. So basically, people complain that poor people are obnoxious or whatever. Poor people are mean. Poor people are in the way. Poor people are being seen. But the government's chasing people further and further into the woods, and it's costing more and more money every year to chase people down. But the government's not helping people. See the trash here? The government's not going to pick up this trash up here. The government, there's trash everywhere. Little micro trash and whatnot. That's not what they're after. They're only after people's homes. Here's a manhole that... Ooh, that's deep. That's a good 15 feet deep, 10, 15 feet deep. Manhole top has been broken. They're not going to fix that. I don't even see the crew down here. There's always trash down in the rivers because Austin's dirty and the floods carry it down. It gets caught in the trees like this. This is from flooding. This is from flooding. Also, you'll see string like this. You'll see string like this. String gets caught up around stuff. Fibers of tarps. This stuff. This is my enemy right here. Fiber fill everywhere. It'll get stuck, and look at how high that is. That's 4 or 5 foot up off the ground from here, but like that's 10 feet up from there. You know, it could have been there for years. I'm not saying it frequently floods here. This is a flooded out hole right here. They need some bank stabilization. But I want you to look at what's going on here. There's a bag of clothes right there. They'll probably take that. But then look at the trash that's in the... That's flood trash. That's all flood trash. And there was a cleanup notice in August 8th, 2025. Let me get a B-roll of that. So that was actually the notice from the city of cleanup and encampment closure. But they didn't offer. They don't offer any help. Here's your storm sewers. This is actually sewage water. That's a sewage manhole cover right there. Big one. It's gonna take 2 people to pick that up. There's that flood trash. Well, let's walk around and see what we can do. We're not camping, so it doesn't say anything about no trespassing. It says no camping. This is actually a shale. This is your first dips pile. This is stuff stealing from the camp. I'm gonna walk over here.
Yeah. I just need you to videotape it. You just can't videotape it.
There was no fence. Why can't you film in public?
You can film
In public. I'm behind this thing. I'm safe.
No, this is active construction
Can
zone.
are you a supervisor?
I would like to be, sir.
This right here? We'll go out here.
Please, sir. No.
This right here. This is the first dibs pile. Why is first dibs allowed?
Sir.
Sir?
How are you?
Hi, good. I'm just filming, recording with, and I'm safe over
no
here.
worries. Hey,
and
sir.
there was no trespassing. It just said no camp. But see this? Sir, what's your name?
What?
You're covering your badge. You're covering your name tag.
Oh, yes, sir.
Santos.
So it's Trooper Santos.
So this is the first dibs pile. This is what the workers are stealing from the homeless. Why is that allowed on your watch?
The workers are stealing from
Yeah, the
homeless?
workers stealing that and taking it home with them.
So they're abandoned.
No, I've been watching it. I know how this works. So why are they allowing this?
Okay, listen.
Why
you
are you
can
allowing
stay
people to
here.
steal?
You can stay here and film. That's
Yeah, that's
fine.
what I'm doing.
Just
He came up to me, so I thought I'd ask him that question.
okay.
But
So
he didn't want to talk
like
about
I said,
it.
you can
So
stay
he
here
knows
and
what's
film.
going
That's
on. You know
fine.
what's going on.
Just be, cautious of these machines.
That's what I was doing.
'cause
I
don't
was
want
over
you to
here.
get hurt,
The
okay?
machine can't go back here.
So that's it. Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, I'm just doing my job.
Please.
So see, he's still harassing me though. Saw the machine went over there, right?
It is a liability. Active construction zone, sir.
Y'all aren't construction. Y'all are. It's a technology. So you took an oath not
Yes.
to protect the Constitution, the law, by allowing statutory.
We're just asking.
No, I'm not talking about. I was talking about. I've already done that. I've already complied with that. I went behind the barricade. He didn't want.
Okay,
But there was like a
you're still in the proximity. You get what I'm saying?
So you don't want me
wanna
filming.
If you want to film up there, that's fine.
But you don't want me filming here
You can film
in public. Hey. Now, is there an officer
happens if
present
you get
here?
under my watch.
Is there a present here that I can talk to about a statutory law? Statutory?
Sir, I'm not going to go back and forth.
You're not going to go back and forth about the law? You haven't answered once about the law. It's not back and forth if you won't talk about it. It's only a one-sided conversation. If somebody asks you something and you won't answer it, that's just you're avoiding it.
What is your business here?
I'm gathering content for a story for release to the public. That's my job.
Okay. That's fine. You can
What's
do
your
that.
role here?
What I'm saying, my role is to keep everybody safe here.
Okay, I'm safe. We already established that.
You're not safe right here.
You just told me I was. I have it on video. You just told me to go that I was okay where I was. Sorry. Over the law?
Are you okay if he just stands right here behind
I'd
this pillar?
appreciate it if he just went up by the roadway.
Erratic behavior?
Behind the piece of
You're over there. You're over there close to the zone. And then you're not doing construction. I haven't seen anything constructive. Have you seen anything constructive?
cruising around, it just doesn't.
I didn't cruise around. I just got here.
Okay.
I just got here literally, and I'm just standing here.
Safe. Is that okay?
Yeah, you can babysit me.
Are you okay
Yeah, I'm okay right here.
being up here?
I'm okay. Yeah. Because I know that the anyhow. So that's all flood trash too. So that's caused by flooding. You see that big hole right there, and all this right here, the shoreline that's missing out of the shale. That's flooding. That's from flooding.
Okay.
That's from flooding. So that's not because homeless people did something. Anyways, I'm gonna go over here, see what I can see. Here's a shoe. Are you missing a shoe, Santos?
Just be safe, that's all I'm asking.
I would like to ask for a supervisor to talk about statutory stuff because this wasn't posted in the 72-hour notice. That poster over there is from the city of Austin in August 8th or something. You can read it, it's in Spanish, but the numbers are just numbers. And so this is an unlicensed sweep, and I don't know that guy's name or what company he works for, and I'm not able to cover the story for the public since there's obfuscation of evidence going on. And so I like to talk to a supervisor about first dibs. I'd like you to check on where that equipment just went that was taken up there. That's somebody's work gear. And, you know, this anti-homeless BS is political, man. You're letting Greg Abbott write checks that your qualified immunity can't cash. If he's going to make you violate your oath, you didn't go to law enforcement training to go attack the homeless before in the holidays and freezes, did you? While the cold weather shelter's out, you didn't join law enforcement to hurt people, did you? You wanted to help people, right? What you're doing is hurting people. There's people that die in the freeze because y'all steal their emergency gear, and it's murder. And there's no statutory limitations on murder. So like this murder by the numbers, I would never do this stuff. I wouldn't harass people because they have a cell phone. I wouldn't do any of that stuff. And I would like to talk to a supervisor. I'll be down here. You can call me good citizen. More trash. We lost the feed there for a minute because I'm under this bridge under 290 near 183. The police don't want me to see anything that's going on over here, apparently. I'm gonna stay up here. There's another kid's shoe. See, that could just wash down. We don't know where that came from. But they are after people. They're not after trash. So now after, ooh, there's a lot of poison ivy. A lot of poison ivy. This is all poison ivy. Can't live in poison ivy. There's a hackberry tree right here, it looks like. A cedar tree and a chinaberry. So here's the speaker. So I'm not even going to talk to him because that's offensive if you even talk to your government employees. This guy's vaping here. I got a gas can, a table, another bicycle, and a big speaker. Looks like possibly a Bluetooth rechargeable speaker, possibly. And then there's a lot of trash right there. There's a lot of trash right there. I'm okay with the poison ivy. I got boots on. I'm ready for... Hey! I'm still being chased over here. You alright? You good? Alright. This is poison ivy. Don't come up here. So they're going to throw these baskets in the trash also. They're not going to restore those to the community, to the store that they may have came from. Possibly HEB, the little blue one. I don't know what that is. I don't know what little stores. It's a little blue one, so it might be a little store. So it's not really a track loader. It's a bobcat, but it's just a small bulldozer, or what they call a bobcat. It's not a track loader or a skid loader because it doesn't have tracks on the bottom like a little tank, but they drive about the same. I've driven them. So they're constructing here something, they said. Oh, I mean destructing. Destructing. Is he on his way? Or he or she on their way? The supervisor? Said people don't have the right to speak to a supervisor about things. We have to escalate to make a file a formal complaint. Is that what it is? Are you trying to like stonewall me with silence? That's a good trick. Unfortunately, you work for us, so you can't be silent on matters that matter. You can't be silent on the law because that's consent. Silence to the law is still consent of breaking the law. Santos the Oathbreaker. Classic, Santos. You make it for good video. I appreciate you. You're a great video. Santos is mad. So they're going to take all this stuff and trash it. Let's go see if we can find out where the first dib stuff goes. Can I go back up? Are you answering questions? Yeah, I want to go see where that other stuff went. Okay. I saw that stuff. But yeah, this is all poison ivy, as you can see. It's got the 3 leaves. And if you don't believe me, rub it on you.
As long as you stay away from the machines, like I said, I don't want you to get hurt.
I know. I don't want anybody to die tonight. I don't want anybody to have to die because they don't have any gear. So I'm being ghosted by a stormtrooper, just doing their jobs. But the thing is, their job is cleanup. And if they're not going to clean up and they're not going to obey the law, then what's the purpose of having them? Why should we spend millions of dollars on law enforcement? There's a bicycle. It's a nice bike. Retrospect, probably Walmart. Probably Walmart. Probably $40, $100. Actually, they're overpriced at Walmart. But they're junk. The welds are junk. They're made in China. And you can't put a motor on them or the welds will come apart. Here's some tent materials. Oh, I gotta get out of the way because if they're worried about my health, they might run me over. Glaring at me. Glaring at me. I can glare back. You just can't see because I'm wearing sunglasses. Here's somebody's plastic tatami mat, plastic mat for their tent. Keep the mud out. Have a floor, different things. But yeah. So I don't think you're gonna find those items in here. It's Austin Barricade is the company here. US built. There's your HEV carts. So this is the stuff some of the stuff they're stealing right here. There's a I don't know what you call that. Something there. Looks like the part of a landscaping tool. There's a level. There's some other stuff. Yeah, this is all stuff that they're stealing stuff with. They can even use the homeless people's ice chests and use them for their own beer and water and whatever they want. Yeah, this first dibs stuff is like, I covered that last week. There's a chair, a folding chair. Homeless people can't have it. Here's a light stand type thing. Some other kind of metal stand, like, I don't know. They pick up all sorts of stuff and steal. Anything else in here we need to know about? All right. This is unit number 6. LP is xylophone Django Tango 1406. I don't know what the J is. I forgot. This one is Sam George David 4454. These are non-exempt vehicles. They're not working with the what you call it. And here's where they put the Bobcat. What else we got in here? Possibly some more stolen stuff inside the car. Got their cell phone in there. It'd be a damn shame if someone stole your truck that you left running or your cell phone that you left in there. Like you're stealing from other people. This is possibly when someone got mad. The crack. There's your state trooper who didn't want to identify. And here's the stinger devices. They were using these with resource, violin, yellow, foxtrot, 9236. They were using these trucks with, they had some new ones. This is TxDOT stuff, I think. It's a Ford F something, 50. Huh? Okay. It's a trashed out truck. I don't care about this stuff. All right, well, I think I covered this. There was a lot more people, a lot more state troopers, a lot more crew earlier. I couldn't be here. Guy left his cowboy hat up here. Also, there was a helicopter over that school circling in this area. There's another side to this bridge that I can't get to because of the highway. It's a long way around, and they're not gonna let me go pass through there. Anybody else can pass through there, just not someone with a filming, because they'll say that they're worried about our safety. They're not worried about our damn safety. Anyhow. (11733). There's his coffee right there. Coffee mug. Drinking all that energy, caffeine, makes you aggressive. They want aggressive people. That's what they want. I think I'm gonna walk over on top of them for a second. Because there's no, as you see, there's no fence, there's no signage, there's not even a cone. So anybody can go anywhere in America. That's the deal with America. There's all sorts of trash and dirt and crap that's blown in here off the highway. Is the government going to clean that up? This brick here that could be thrown at something. The government going to clean that up? The styrofoam that's going to fall in little pieces. The government going to clean that up? Old pack of Newports. More styrofoam. This has all been muddied and all this silt that's come in here. It's all nasty. The government going to take care of that? No, the government would rather go after homeless people's stuff during a cold weather storms. The government's ridiculous. So that cop got embarrassed because he knows what they're doing is hurting people and killing people. He enjoys it, and he's been getting off of it and getting paid on it, getting off on it and getting paid off of it. And if you look at this tripping hazard here, not ADA accessible. The bridge has shifted from their little ramp that they tried to make out of asphalt. And so what people do is they go further down, further away, further away, further away, and the state can't get to them, so they end up having to hire the National Guard to do a dog and pony show. But you can't cure homelessness. You can't cure any of these problems that anybody has a problem with. Yeah, see, there's people down there, way down there, I think. I see something glistening way down the river. So, yeah, there's always going to be a green space, and there's always going to be a need for a place to live. And the government hasn't figured that shit out. So that's the government's fault. The government is apparently stupid. All right. Hold on, y'all. I'm going to go talk to somebody. So I could not find anybody impacted at all. I found people that, by the sweeps. They're impacted by the city's lack of housing and maybe indirectly from sweeps or sweeps from another day. But this particular sweep, I could not find anybody impacted. You see, the city leaves this plastic junk everywhere, ends up in the water also. What's their plan to pick up all their plastic junk? The city doesn't have a plan. Because if they did that, they would bankrupt you. Because the city's left trash all over. There's all over. There's empty storm drain pipes all in this park over there and on Onion Creek, basically. A bunch of storm drain. If you go down Onion Creek, you will see the city's trash, recycle bins, trash bins, up in trees, down on the ground, broken. Plastic junk from China. Plastic junk from China, y'all. The city don't care. The city don't care. They put fences up to keep homeless people out. That's what they're doing. So if you're into fencing, there's money. If you're into trash cleanup, there's no money because they're not picking up trash. The state has a responsibility on the highway here to pick up their trash. to pick up all their trash, including this very long receipt for whatever, including this this water bottle there, including this big piece of plastic that don't put your kid in it because it can suffocate them. You know, like, all we want is housing, all we get is trolls. All we want is truth and action, all we get is trolls. So the reason there's no housing is because tens of billions of dollars are being spent on DPS stormtroopers, which are they're basically Nazis. They're basically the Nazi stormtroopers. That's what they are. They're the SS. So they're basically serving the same function in society right now. They've been militarized. They've been set loose on the poor. This is the beginning. This is how it happened in Nazi Germany. So you don't believe in history. You don't want to talk about Nazis. You don't believe people are Nazis. Whatever. And these banks and credit unions, they don't care about poor people. Obviously, poor people aren't depositors. Unless you get like a disability check, and then, that's about it. You might have a part-time job or a full-time job, and that's it. Me, I worked part-time for 10 years, Magnolia Cafes as the assistant gardener. And, I had deposits. They weren't direct deposits. They were checks that I cashed and deposited and stuff. And I still had problems. I still got University Federal Credit Union, which is a University of Texas affiliated credit union. They came after me for advocating for poor people's rights, for shade. They're a mess. They're a mess. I had to end up, they actually took my money out of my account and closed my account in retaliation for me advocating. That's fine. I got other people to leave, and we're still boycotting UFCU. I'm about to boycott RBFCU, Randolph Brooks, because they also have lied to me and swept homeless people on property that wasn't theirs. They say that they own all the property around them, everything, like all the way to the street. It's ridiculous. No, you don't. Anyhow, that's that. Sorry about the sweep show. It's gonna keep going on. How long you think that'll go on? Let's let it go on until y'all do something. If y'all don't ever do anything, it's gonna keep going on. You guys need to organize. Y'all need to be capturing this. You need to get people on the streets to start coming up so that they can defend themselves. It's hard to defend yourself when you can't take care of yourself and you don't have your own cell phone. Get those cell phones and cameras out there, y'all. Or cell phones with cameras. You ever heard of such a thing? All right, y'all. Stay tuned. I might see more today. I don't know what's going on, but we'll see you later.